Bujiga Kinawia, welcome to week 11. This week we will be working on learning personal pronouns and prefixes, which go hand in hand and is why I've combined them in the same video. We're looking at resources from Rand Valentine, Department of Linguistics and American Indian Studies, and from Ginyukijik at the Red Lake School District, and supplementary information comes from the Ojibwe People's Dictionary. My name is Madeline Schroyer, Special Projects Coordinator with the Minnesota Chippewa tribe. All right, here we go. The general bit I would love for you to go home with today is that you are starting to understand general pattern recognition, which is going to help you for your different verb forms going forward, and learn all the patterns of conjugation. So first person, singular, that is the one S, is neen, which means I, me, mine. Second person, singular, which is you or your, is geen. Third person, singular, is ween, she, he, him, her, his, hers, its. There's first person plural, Nina wind, including myself, starting with me, excluding you is how that goes. So we, us, our. Gina wind is we, including you. That's why we use geen and not neen. Second person plural, ginawa, you, yours, y'alls. Third person plural, weenawa. So we have neen, nina wind, and we have geen, gina wind, and then we also have ginawa and weenawa. Look at the chart on the right. We're looking at personal prefixes. And if you notice, like I'm trying to say about general pattern recognition, in general, we've got the n prefixes, the g prefixes, the o prefixes, and for each of those letters and how you use those, and we'll go into a little bit more detail about how to make sense of all of this. All right, personal pronouns, this is what they are. And then we have our personal prefixes. I'm going to go more into detail on our other charts because it'll make more sense there than it does here. I recharted this, and this is the format for our examples table, which we'll look at next. So we have our letters. As far as rules go, you have to learn the rules and then make it muscle memory by practicing. We use the n, g, and o prefix for m, n, and w. We use the nim, g, and o prefix for the letter B, verbs that start with the letter B. Nin, g, and o prefix also for D, J, G, and Z. And the nind prefix and the gid prefix and the od prefix for A, double A, and I words. Words that start with O, we'll use nindo, giddo, odo. So it becomes two O's at the beginning of that word when you add this prefix. Here are our examples. Let's take a look. All of the prefixes are included in each of the words that start with these different letters. So for M, we would say nimama, gimama, omamayan. There's a little bit of a difference between using possessive, there's a little bit of a difference between using verbs and possessive pronouns, and also third person in terms of using the fourth person obviative. N, we have nininj, gininj, oninj. W, niwiu, giwiu, owiu1. And coming down to our second line here on the table, nimbaba, so you put the M before the B, gibaba, obabayan. And for D, J, G, and Z, we use nin, so nindanis, Gidanis, Odanisan, Ninjiman, Ojiman, Kijiman, Ninka, Kika, Ogin. The word Ogi is to like have a mother, so it'd be his or her mother. Ninzigos, my cross aunt, Gezigos, Ozigosan. And we use the Nind, Gid, and Od prefix for words that start with A, double A, and I. Ndajetun, Gidajetun, Odajetunanan. They put them back. Indabajetun, Gidabajetun, Odabajetunawa, and I. Ingdinaan, Gidinaan, Odinaan. And finally for our O rules, words that start with O and turn to double O with our prefix. So it's nindo, giddo, and odo. Ojetun is the verb. Indojetun, it extends. Gidojetun, it extends. And odojetun. that was our very simple review looking at these different resources from Rand Valentine and Kinukijik. Miigwech, ganawabun demeg, janantigi kain demeg nawaj Ojibwemowin. Thank you all for tuning in to learn more Ojibwe. We are on week 11, personal pronouns and prefixes, looking at resources from Rand Valentine and Kinukijik, and of course the Ojibwe People's Dictionary. I am Madeline Troyer, Special Projects Coordinator with the Minnesota Chippewa Tribe. Miigwech. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share our channel. It helps out to get the word out there. Miigwech.